right in the bottom left of that little island. Tank sieging up. Arbiter's coming in though. Don't think they'll be wanting to waste anything on recall, but yeah, probes coming off the line to attack that tank. And Vultures, with that scan going off, taking out plenty of probes. And this drop is doing a significant amount of damage here for Bisu, to Bisu. So good move there by Nada. He's going to lose that just to probes. Bisu doesn't even need to bother shuttling in any zealots to take this out, but he has prepared some anyway by the looks. Yep, there we go. And yeah, it's been dealt with, but not before losing a bunch of probes. I don't think Nada was watching actually, because his scan wore off and he didn't scan until after he'd lost his vulture, so he could have got a few more kills there if he scanned the time. Just a little bit of a timing error. I think he would have been busy with macro management and other things. And large group of vultures heading up to the 12 o'clock, taking out that photon cannon, taking out the probes, and they're just going to start grenading everything. So neither of the top or bottom expansions taken yet. We've got the 12 and the 6 left open, and both players have taken either side of the map. I think Nada's got his own island expansion at this point. So things looking even base-wise. Recall! We've got a recall straight into Nada's expansion at the bottom right at the natural. And wow, this is going to inflict some damage. Oh, maybe not. They've got a lot of tanks arriving very quickly for Nada. Where'd those tanks come? They must have been on the 111 emergency. For those of you who don't know, 111 is the emergency dial in New Zealand. So I just thought I'd use that. But yeah, tanks have arrived, and oh my god, that could have been a second recall there, because we've got a whole bunch of units up there and just slamming Nada's expansion. So Nada could be in a little bit of trouble here if he loses a lot more than this. He's going to take out Bisu's forces, but economically, Bisu's going to run ahead. And if he can keep doing this for the entire rest of the game, then I think Nada will be in trouble. So what I was saying before about turrets, I think he could have done with a few more. I mean, he had a couple there, but I think it's time to massing up with the turrets for Nada, just to play a bit more defensively, because otherwise Bisu's just going to pick all the battles and walk all over him in terms of recalls and mobility. So yeah, just looking to Nada's rebuild effort, he's lost 2 expansions essentially, so that's tough. He's got a huge number of units though. He's got a window of opportunity to attack, really feel that. So it looks like he's pushing out now. Yeah, big group on the ground for Nada, so this could be a saving grace. Heading through the middle of the map, if you can do a lot of damage to Bisu, this is going to pay off. I think he's well upgraded now. He's got science vessels ready to go to scout, to spot for the tanks and so forth. And this could be putting pressure and getting some revenge for those lost 2 expansions. EMP goes off. Very nice EMP. Directly smack on the nose of that Arbiter. And no shields, no energy. And storm's going off. That's only one storm though. Nada's going to be able to survive that. Bisu's got some reinforcement HTs ready to come down. But just taking a look at what's going on here, looks like we should built some pylons or something to block off, but those are not going to last against the face of that huge Terran firepower. And Bisu sending reinforcements not to come and help, but to harass instead, and that could be a mistake. I'm not too sure, but whatever's going to happen, these 2 expansions here are going to be steamrolled, so players trading expansions throughout this game. Nada losing 2 to a recall, and then pushing back to take out a couple of Bisus with a superior force as a result of that recall battle with Nada's forces coming out on top. Stasis field going down, but only taking out 2 tanks, so not very effective. And wow, massive force here, massive force, and these tanks are real trouble here. I'm not sure where the Vulture's support went, but these tanks are having to run because those zealots just chasing them down. Bisu's going to be able to defend this now that Nada's forces are split up effectively into 2 parts. Bisu's going to be able to run in and take out the lot that's threatening his expansions. Not before losing both expansions, that's crucial. And that means that Nada's able to save half of his forces. But it's hard to say whether Nada would have been able to stop that. In fact, hindsight, I don't think if Nada had left his tanks there, he would have been able to stop that force. In fact, he would have lost everything. And so, bit of a wise move moving the tanks away, because he just did have no vulture support. He wouldn't have been able to stop those zealots. And instead, the tanks are coming on and pushing into Bisu's natural. I've got to feel like this is a mistake. Oh my god, massive stasis going over. There must be about 6 tanks he's just stasis up there. So wow, Nada's going to lose those. That's going to be a rather significant portion of tanks being lost. Nada's desperately macroing up some more units, but Bisu's going to come out and head in the unit count after that stasis is lifted and his forces totally surround those units. So, wow, this game has been so close. It's just back and forward, and we've still got a while to go. By the looks of things, don't think it's going to be over anytime soon. And Nada's sending in some backup forces just to help out his stasis units. I'm not sure how effective this is going to be, but it does mean that he might be able to get some casualties, just take out more of Bisu's units and make him pay for having to use that stasis. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Bisu's got those units well surrounded. He's taken them out very quickly, and those reinforcements there by Nada are going to be pushed back. And wow. Tough stuff. Storm going off, but Nada retreats. Runs out of range. Storm doesn't do too much damage. Just taking a look through the hotkeys. Yeah, we've just got a few hotkeys just bound up for Bisu. Plenty of high Templars at this point of the game. He's going to start using them more and more. We've got some SCVs idling for Nada at the Nihil expansion. I guess he's been too busy to deal with them. Fair enough too. I mean, it's been a very intense game. Very intense indeed. And Bisu taking back his expansions. Both players seem to be back on 6 bases now, or at least will be once Bisu warps that one in. And again, this seems to be another stalemate. Four Archons just appeared out of nowhere. I guess those were HTs that had been storming lately and ran out of energy. But yeah, always nice to see. You can always tell that you're in the late game when you see Archons showing up in a TVP. Alright, so a lot of vultures there for Nada, just harkening back to his tornado days. A lot of vultures coming into snipe and Archon and snipe indeed. Both players content to camp on the either side of that middle ground choke. Not too sure what I would do if I was either player, but I think Nada's waiting for 200 supply, and Bisu's really waiting for some recall energy to go in and recall again, maybe. He's got 2 Arbiters hanging around, and yeah, I think I know what they're up to. Nada probably hasn't spotted them, and I'm not sure if he's taken my advice to build any more turrets. We'll see shortly, but yeah, with that clumping up of units there for the Protoss, you can pretty much expect that he's getting ready for some recalls. So we'll see how this goes. 2 more Arbiters coming in support, so they're going to be charging up for whatever later. And here we go. Nada has seen this. He's got 2 turrets only. I really would have gone for more turrets than that. Arbiter's going to come straight in, and they're going to recall right at the back of the base. Wow, there's a large recall. Beast is in a bit of a tight spot there. I mean, if Nada had any tanks in range, they'd be having a field day, but Nada doesn't have any tanks in range, and he's going to lose that expansion straight up. He's got to stop mining there. Storm